So, I don't know if you guys are a Terence McKenna fan, but I'm a Terence McKenna fan, right? So, Terence said, if the artist cannot find the way, then the way cannot be found, right? The reason why I am so fucking for NFTs, and don't click off the video, the reason is because I am down for that statement. NFTs are for artists. It's literally changing the way we look at art. What is an artist? We've, for centuries, been starving. That's what the artist has been doing, starving, right? We've been barely making it by. As an artist, you see street performers, uh, musicians barely making it by. Famous musicians don't have as much money as you think they do. People who are authors, storytellers, philosophers, beat makers, fucking, I don't know, aspiring business people that, like, are business minded in a sense, but, like, maybe don't want to get into business. Oh, somebody. But this is why I'm for NFTs, because this is not what people think it is. It's just like when the internet was invented, it was not what people thought it was. You know, when MySpace was invented, they said, why would we need MySpace when we have email? When Facebook was invented, like, if there was no MySpace, there would be no Facebook, there would be no social media. That's the internet that we have today. People had no idea that, like, when internet was just email, before MySpace, before social media, that was Web 1. And then social media is Web 2. NFTs is Web 3, meaning when you go to a website, you're able to connect your web browser, your wallet, which is your cryptocurrency wallet where you store your NFTs though. Your NFTs are also stored on your wallet as well. And you can get like a hardware wallet or kind of like a portable hard drive in a sense that can like store your money and store your NFTs or whatever. But what this is doing, the reason why NFTs work for me, and it wouldn't work for everybody, right? Because everybody's not an artist. Not everybody was planning, like I was already planning on dropping an album. I was already planning on making some music. I was already planning on starting to do some shows. I was already planning on all of this. So the NFT is just basically, instead of me having to go to the government to make up a contract and then individually meet all of you that I want to share my ideas with and have everyone sign that contract or whatever, NFTs allow me to do something that would have never been done before. Right now, there's an issue because all people see is the face value of NFTs. People selling a picture for money. All people see is the face value. Why would someone pay that much just to be part of some club or whatever? Just because that NFT makes you part of a club, that doesn't mean that the next one will. Some NFTs are just pictures. Some are tickets. Some are whatever. It is an infinite amount of possibilities of what you could do with an NFT. Just like there's an infinite amount of possibilities that you could do with a website. But this is all about the artist taking over the planet. That's what's happening. Like, right now we're in a planet that is controlled by the slick businessmen, the wealthy that are have gotten wealthy by being slick, but they have a skill. They have a skill set that most people don't have. Uh, they get into industries early and then they like store the wealth. Like somebody like me, I've been observing this whole thing happen, right? Before I ever jumped into anything. I have less than $1,000 in crypto. I don't have any Ethereum NFTs. I only have Polygon NFTs right now. Um, most people don't even know what that means, but like, what that means is I have not made a lot of money doing this. But this isn't about money. This is about what was I planning to do anyways. Why was I making YouTube videos? What was the whole point of me doing all this stuff? Why did I started making videos because I had a cancer scare and I was smoking DMT and I was learning about other dimensions and reality and spirituality and who I am and what the fuck's going on, and got back into music because I was a musician before I started doing psychedelics, and now I'm just putting it all together and walking into this NFT thing, right? And it's just literally building my life. I've been building Mark Dreams. Mark Dreams is this thing that I'm working on. I'm gonna make it an LLC, and it's just this whole thing. It's not just my music dropping. It's not just me. You guys know I've been working on books. Once I drop my NFT collection and everything's settled, I'll have more free time to just work on my books. Then I'll drop my books. Then I'll drop some more music. Then I'll, you know, do everything I've wanted to do. But it requires steps. You have to, like, when you have a goal, you have to make sure you plan your steps out correctly. But it's deeper than that. As you're walking towards your goal, new opportunities will arise. Don't skip out on new opportunities just because you think you already know how you're going to do something. I thought I already knew. I was like, I just learned about DistroKid. And DistroKid is this thing where if you're a musician, you can get your album copywritten and on Spotify, on the same fucking website that all these famous musicians, are on. And like, there's so many ways that artists can get paid. You can get paid for plays through DistroKid. Like, basically, they'll pay you for your Spotify plays. They'll pay you for your iTunes downloads. Like, the artist has found the way. Spotify, DistroKid, NFTs. These things are allowing artists to make a living from their art. That's the most beautiful thing that has ever happened. Because I am an artist, and it's the reason why I've been so like, I don't want to work a job, because that's not who I am. Some people are not artists, so they're like, I don't see why you have such an issue working a job. And I'm like, I don't see how you could go through life and not make music. Like, because they don't make music though, right? So they're like, I never think about making music. And I'm like, I never think about working a job because I don't want the money. I just want enough money so I can make music, like, without being interrupted. Like, without worrying about, oh my God, I'm going to end up homeless if I don't make some money real quick. Or maybe I'll go work this job that I hate just to pay the bills. But then be so uninspired to make music that I'm irritated even more that I don't make music because I'm not inspired because I'm working a job that I hate and I'm miserable, then my mental health is all fucked up. And it's like, no, I'm not willing to risk my mental health for nobody, for nothing. Like, ever again. My mind is my responsibility. And when I observed what was happening with NFTs, I realized that I need to get into this now because I've been researching it long enough that I understand it most likely more than most of the people that have dropped NFT collections. So it's like people my age, I don't usually name drop, but shout out to Just Ty. Just Ty now. He has an NFT collection. I wish I remember the name of him, but I think he dropped his on Mintable. My collections are on OpenSea, but I was searching for like just NFT collections to support, and I kind of seen that he has a collection out, so I'm gonna look into that. But it's amazing that other people get it, and I kind of realized that the younger you are, the more you'll probably understand what's happening because it's just part of what's been happening anyways. We grew up through the invention, through the growth of the internet. So we just see that the whole thing is about growth. It's not about stagnant ideas. A lot of the older generation gets stuck on stagnant ideas. Like, people, when the TV was invented, people refused to get a TV. They was like, why would I need to buy a TV? I have a radio in my living room. When the colored TV was invented, they said, why the fuck would I need a colored TV? I got my black and white. When cable was invented, they said, why the fuck would I need cable? I have my antennas. I'm fine with my antenna and my local stations. I don't need to know about anybody else other than what's going on around me. And when the computer was invented, why would I need to get on the computer and get on the internet when I have the TV, the radio? We already have those. We already communicate. We already know what's going on. So why would I need to whatever? So you can communicate with somebody. Well, there's already a phone, so I don't need a computer, right? It's that thing that this is just part of what we do. We just move, right? So like I've kind of noticed that a lot of young artists, because what is an artist? somebody who paints, somebody who makes music, somebody who makes videos, right? If I wanted to start editing my videos, I would send my videos like uncut to somebody whose job it would be to just edit videos. There are people who make a living off of just editing other people's videos, and that is their art. That's their job, but that's their art. That's their talent. That's what they do. And the NFT thing is just another one of those. Before videos, before social media, before Web 2, there was no video editors as a serious job. Like, there wasn't enough people making videos. But now, if you are good at editing videos, you can literally email people and say, hey, do you need a video editor? And if they say, yeah, you got yourself a job, right? And they could possibly pay you weekly. They could pay you per video. They could, whatever, that's up to you. That's like up to how you decide that to be. But that's what NFTs are too. It's up to how you decide it to be. And with artists, if you're a painter, a musician, or an author, right? And you're people who have not gotten famous with that shit yet, look into NFTs, because it'll be really fucking awesome to see artists and painters and musicians or whatever come out first with NFTs, because it's going to be about having a whole collection with you, right? And somebody called me, but it'll be about having like a whole NFT collection like with you, and not just, because Mark Dreams, right? I'm gonna have an NFT collection called Afro Kid. I also have my Mark Heads NFT, but this is the stuff that's gonna be with me as the artist. So like Lil Wayne has his albums, right? He has the Carter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has all the Droughts. He has all the whatever, all of his mixtapes, all of this, and that's the thing that Lil Wayne has with him as an artist. With me as an artist, I have my albums, my NFT, Mark Dreams, merch, but also like the clothing line that I'm working on, the whole thing. Like, this is what we'll be able to do as artists. We'll be able to come out with more things as artists, so then we can get paid, but the NFTs allow our fans to also get paid. It's a beautiful thing. It's beautiful what is happening in the world. Like, if the artist cannot find the way, then the way cannot be found, and the way was found. People just don't like the way that's found, right? They just don't like the way that we're going into a digital world or whatever. But this has been happening with tape players switch to CDs and CDs switch to MP3s, and now there is no CD sales. VHS cassettes are gone, right? These things were good while they lasted, but now there's something new. What we had was good. A world without NFTs was good while it lasted, but now we got something new. This isn't going anywhere, because every single artist is going to start doing this, because it's just going to become part of what you do. As an artist, you drop music, but then you have an NFT collection that maybe you drop with your music, or maybe you make it so you can't get your album unless you buy the NFT. But you can make your NFT $1 if you wanted. You can make it $10. You could say, hey, for $10, you get my NFT and my album. But 2 years later, or even 10 days later, that $10 NFT could be worth $300. So then your fan who loves your music just spent $10 to buy your music, but then in return sells your NFT for $300, so then they make $300 just from buying your album. This is beautiful, right? This is so fucking magical about what's about to happen. The artists have taken over the planet. And it's sad because a lot of old artists won't get the benefit of this, but that's why a lot of old artists, I'm willing to talk to any artist, any psychedelic artist, anybody out there who is looking into trying to get into NFTs, who is an artist, or even someone who's a solidified artist already. I'm willing to help people NFT their art. I'm willing to help people inform people on what's going on with this and how beneficial it would be if you were an artist that NFT'd your art. The first artist that came to mind was Alex Gray, right? And I was thinking to myself, if Alex Gray would NFT all of his art from now on, right? From like here on out, all of his new art, if he wants to release the original art, then that would be like an extremely expensive NFT, which then, somebody buys that NFT, then he sends them the painting type shit, but then they also have the NFT, and it's just there's so much that could happen with this that I'm willing to talk to anybody who's willing to talk about it, and yeah, so thank you guys for watching, and I appreciate it, and I hope you all have an amazing day.